The bringer of board games. Amryn.
She's like really weird about Monopoly.
Yeah. Could you see like Amryn bringing like Cards Against Humanity? She's like, I used to smite humanity. Let's go.
Welcome back to the Book Reading Bitch Queens podcast. I'm Allie.
And I'm Sam. And this week we are pausing from our chapter deep dive because Bloomsbury has made a cute little announcement. And so we're going to go through that. So they have posted an autumn equinox evening to celebrate the release of ACOTAR 6. This is on their website. And it comes with some activities. So we're going to read through it and do some of the activities. I don't want to go through all of them because I don't want to spoil anything for anybody else. But we'll pull up a couple of things. So the letter attached says, Dear reader, we at Bloomsbury are so thrilled to celebrate with you the publication of ACOTAR 6, the sixth book in the Sarah J. Maas #1 global best-selling A Court of Thorns and Roses series. This event kit provides inspiration and resources for you to host your own autumn equinox evening from your own court. And so you can revel together in the excitement of the upcoming book release and get ready to return to Prithian. Please feel free to personalize the event to make this as unforgettable evening for you and your court. We'd love to see your celebrations. And it tells you where to hashtag and post pictures and things like that to link Bloomsbury in them. So we're going to go through a couple of them. We're going to start our little Autumn Equinox Fest early here on Book Breathing Bitch Queens. So the table of contents includes, this is part 1, prepare to return to Prithian, some silent reading, which clearly won't be doing on the pod, and a prediction tracker that we can look at. There's some festivities, including some superlatives, which we'll go through. There's some ACOTAR court quizzes. So there are 3 quizzes that are attached. There's one for what court do you belong in, what house in Midgard do you belong in, and how much do you know about Throne of Glass. And then there's some content creation prompts, which we won't be doing. And then there's some recipes for what they are calling a feast fit for foxes, that I wonder if is going to allude to some autumn court vibes in this next book, maybe some Lucian stuff. There's also a recipe on there for the Shadow Singer Spritzer. So I mean, we could be talking about how this announcement might be giving away a little teasers to what's in the next book, but right, it comes out in fall, so maybe they're just like, autumn court, it's fall release. But there's a good chance that this is some indication that we're going to get some autumn court POV, maybe. Or maybe just specifically Lucian.
Yes. Well, and the reason we think it could be a different POV is because SJM has said that we're going to be surprised by the perspective.
Yeah.
So now it is autumn, and it's releasing in autumn, but they know that we've been theorizing forever if it's Lucian, blah, blah. So they're definitely, they're stupid if this is just purely a coincidence. It's actually definitely that. It's definitely
now I would be, and I know I'm supposed to be surprised, but I would be very surprised if we get a first-person POV in this book. The only first-person POV that we've had across all 3 universes is Feyre and Rhysand.
Yeah.
So it would be very strange to get a first-person POV.
Yeah.
I don't think it's out of the realm of possibilities, but it would be strange. So I don't think it's going to be first person, but I do think that it's going to focus. We're probably going to see a lot more Eris. We're definitely going to see a lot more Lucian, and probably some Asriel, Elaine trifecta business.
Yeah. I think it's always multi-POV from here. I don't think there will be any book that's like just this one person's, even third person head most of the time.
Yeah. I think that this next book is going to back up, and this is what Topher has speculated as well, that this book is going to back up actually, and is going to start during the time that Bryce is in interrogation.
Are they gonna say when Lucian goes across to get Vasa?
No, I think it's gonna, I mean, maybe, but I think it's gonna start with Bryce being in interrogation and the inner court is being like, what are we supposed to do with her, blah blah blah. And then Reese and Amryn and Asriel are gonna dip out, and then it's gonna like be like Cassian and Moore and Feyre having conversations about what does this mean, and then we're gonna get Reese coming back and Amryn coming back, and like them sending Nesta, and then while Bryce is doing all of her walking around the bottom, we're gonna get what went on in the inner circle during that time.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think we're gonna see some Emery and some Randall in the Night Court. I think we're gonna get some of those, some like actual Emery and Nesta stuff happening. We're gonna understand what that looked like. We're gonna get some Randall and responding over being dads. And then I think it's going to end when Bryce brings up the islands in Avalon. I think book 6 is going to end with the Dusk Court rising from the sea.
Okay. Yeah, I like that idea, although I think
that's what I think we're getting. And then book 7 would be the like, holy fuck, what are we doing now? We have a Dusk Court. We have no High Lord or High Lady of the Dusk Court because she's in Midgard. But technically, Rhysand has the star-born light of the Dusk Court, so he could still take over that. But then I think we can also maybe see, could you imagine if like the Dusk Court comes up and then all of a sudden like one of the sisters gets a fucking star on her chest like Bryce, and they're like, oh my god, Night Court or Dusk Court High Lady. And if it's like Elaine or Nesta,
yeah,
could you imagine if it's Nesta, because she's already had the tattoo of the 8-pointed star?
That would be my guess. Although Feyre has some signs for it too that we've already.
Yes, but she's already High Lady of the Night Court. So could you imagine if all of a sudden Nesta, because Nesta also is now wielding Gwydion, the Star Sword. She has the Star Sword, and she has Asriel has Truth Teller, which I'm sure he would give to her if she needed to use it, and she still has her Inner Peace sword. I can't remember the name of.
That's what it translates to. It's close enough.
Yeah. Is it Ataraxia?
Yeah.
Something like that, yeah. And so I think between the Starborn sword that she wields and then the Dusk Court coming up, watch her fucking blossom into the High Lady of the Dusk Court. Mm-hmm. And then it's like Reese is like, yeah, I kind of had an inclination that Cassian was going to have to do some more political shit.
It's so funny.
And that's why I've been pushing him to do more High Lord shit, because now Cassian is the High Lord of the... Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's interesting.
But Bryce says in her thing that she had, like, that's her court, and like she talks about being like tied to that land and having control over that land. So could you imagine her coming back and being like, hey babe, thanks for keeping my sword and my court warm for me. Now Hunt and I are here to take our positions.
I cannot see Bryce doing that.
Do we want to go in order, or do we want to jump around a little bit?
We can do a little bit of both.
Because the discussion questions are the first one, and I was looking at the discussion questions. Now, this is not to knock people who wrote discussion questions. Allie and I are educators, and we have written discussion questions, and we work or have worked at university level institutions. And so what we think of as critical thinking discussion questions, along with the insane and insidious levels to which we read these books, we might be a little biased towards the level of...
Well, they're probably just light, I'm guessing, because they are for book clubs.
They are for book clubs, and again, so like,
fun.
Just know that we're Allie and I are a little bitchy when it comes to discussion questions.
Well, we're just like hella nerdy, and we
are hella
probably
nerdy.
Thought through every single thing they're going to ask in this, because I bet you this is more to remind people of big plot points that they haven't read if they're just casual readers, and we're like over here analyzing, adjectives that get used for people.
Yes. So I'm looking at the Court of Mist and Fury, because that is where we're at in our reading journey with the podcast. And so I was just gonna, I don't know, give me a number between 1 and 12.
7.
Okay, so 7 is, what did you like and dislike about the summer court? Which unexplored court are you most eager to explore?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like,
They're
it's a
just
good
book
discussion
club.
question for book clubs. It's good to like get a large group talking, but it does stay kind of surface level for what we are prepared for. So I just, we would be like, in this one chapter when they talk about, we would be talking about like paradoxes and paradigm shifts
I
and
like that it leaves open the possibility that she feels connected to Tarquin because she was made, but also that it could connect to Throne of Glass and Mala's power. Like,
yeah, and that's why I'm like, the discussion questions will be fine for us to like discuss a little bit, but I feel like we go into such intense detail.
Yeah.
That they
saying
might.
that at a book club.
That's just because we're assholes. It's because we're elitist academic assholes, and we are treating.
I just think it's just we're just
but
little
we're
schemers.
Yeah, but like, let's be honest. We treat this book the way we treat primary sources, and we treat academic reading, and like that's I think one of the things that we love about this is because we can like flex that muscle in a fun space, and in a space where we get to flex the muscle as opposed to like coaching students to do that. And don't get me wrong, teaching is amazing, but it's nice to be able to kind of flex that muscle, especially in like in a medium that we're enjoying and whatever.
Yeah.
But we truly do treat this like a primary source. The way we would treat like the Bhagavad Gita or Confucius's writings or something. We're like, what does this say?
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I mean, and you can cut this if you want, but it can also explain why we might be a little bitchy when it comes to discussion questions. But yeah, so, what did you like or dislike about the summer court?
I didn't like that they're racist against Lo-Fe.
You know what is, okay, so here's where I'm going to be weird. I've read a lot of books where there is a summer and or like ocean motif, right? And there's something about summer for me that I sometimes wish would not take on the like piratey ocean motif. Now I know when we think summer, we think like beach, right?
But we also I think of like grass and laying in the like something.
I do not. I think of the desert. I grew up in the desert. Summer is bristling hot. Everything is dead. And
that's true.
And so like I would love to see, and granted, like, we do see some of that in Throne of Glass, in Tower of Dawn, right? Like that's like a desert landscape, and even when they're in Attica, and then even when she's in the when she's training with the silent assassins, right? Stuff like that. But it's like there's even in the Beast of the Briars, right? The prince of the summer, right? The summer prince. It's all like, blonde hair, turquoise eyes, super tan. He lives in a coastal area. Everything's covered in coral and seashell. And I don't know. I'm just like, I guess. But like, for me, I'm like, summer is I fucking hate summer.
Yeah, but I think most people don't, and a lot of these writers are skinny bitches who don't get fucking chub rub, so they're just like, oh my god, and he can.
You know what else I hate about it? You know what else I hate about it though? It reminds me of boomers' bathrooms. Every boomer's bathroom is an ocean theme. There's seashell. My mom's is. There's seashells. So it's all pink and coral and turquoise and and so every time I'm like, oh, Tarquin he just lives in a boomer's bathroom of a palace. And the only time that it works for me is in like the Everseas, because they're literally underwater. Like they're ocean people. There's mermaids and shit.
I
but
think
yeah,
it's just like a cute aesthetic, and it seems magical to like, be dressed in like that kind of. It seems kind of like if you look at the cover, the thumbnails from the last couple of episodes on YouTube, like that vibe is like such a it's like when a girl's girl is like, oh my god, it's so cute. And I think they're like, this is a romantasy. girl's gonna look hot in some cute summer wear, and
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
what they think, and they don't.
And I
Yeah.
get, I am an outlier when it comes, I
I
mean, you
also
are
hate
too.
summer, but we
But
are
like
crazy for it.
we do not like summers. We have a northeast or northwestern European descent, so we are pasty bitches.
Yep.
We are thicker girls, so like the whole summer I'm burning, I'm chafing, I'm sweat, I got boob sweat. It's not a cute look for me. And I grew up in the desert, so like summers are rough.
Yeah.
Um you know, it's like 120 degrees where my mom is right now. Like that, even at night, it only gets down to like 110 at like 2 a.m. So it's like, it's
That's
gross.
crazy.
Yeah, it's gross.
I mean, I'm from like Sacramento area, and it gets hot, but I swear to God, it always feels cooler in Sacramento than it does in San Diego.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I know it's just fucking humidity, but like Jesus
Yeah.
Christ, it's crazy. Like 105 doesn't bother me at all, but 90 in San Diego makes me
Yeah.
want to die.
I will say when it gets up to like, because I'm in Pacific Northwest, when it gets up to 90 here, because the humidity is more intense and the sun is more intense up here, it does feel hotter. I could probably get up to like 105 back home and be like, yeah, this is gross, but I'm not like dying because it's so dry. You don't
You
get,
don't feel it, and then you
yeah.
just go in the shade, and you're like, oh, better.
Yeah, but it is stifling still, and you feel like you're breathing in like blow
Yes.
dryer air when you walk out of the house. You're just like, yeah, you're
Yeah.
dying. But anyway, so that's what I dislike about the summer court because
Yeah.
I'm a bitch. Which unexplored? I do like this question. Which unexplored court are you most eager to explore? Fucking autumn, dude.
The
I
dust
want.
part.
Meh.
No, I
I
want
want.
to know what those nerd machinists are doing. You know, like what Thassan's court. Especially after
Yeah.
right now I'm reading The Lion
You
of
know.
was Dark, and there's that machinist, and I'm like Strana,
Yes.
and now I'm like, that's kind of like what Thassan's doing, right? Because they made
Yeah.
Lucian's eye. That
What
is
I
the
will
one
say.
who made his eye, right?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. I am interested in Helion's court because I'm a giant nerd and he has libraries upon libraries and hidden knowledge. And I'm like, give me those. Like, plus, like, Helion's such a little bisexual fuckboy. It's like so my vibe.
Surely he's got a copy of The Walking Dead in there. Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
You know, the Book of the Breathing shows up in Crescent City.
Yes, but it's not like my brain.
Or it's not called Book of the it's something very similar. But anyway,
It's not the actual Cauldron book, obviously, but it's like called a similar thing.
Yeah,
which is interesting.
What other book are you interested? So should we do? Let's do Courts of Wings and Ruin, and then I'll give you a number, and you can tell me which number.
Okay.
It looks like 1 through 11. Give me a number.
4.
Do
you think it's appropriate to fuck in the middle of a war camp?
Yes.
Is that the question?
No, but okay. I had an actual conversation with my friend Birdie. Shout out to Birdie if she ever hears this. We were talking about how, because she read that scene and she knew the backlash for it, and she was talking about how it actually makes complete sense. She's a military wife, and she also served, and she was talking how it makes perfect sense to do, like, you're surrounded by that, and that's like you have to carve out little moments. Yeah, and like you're carving out moments. She's like, they think they're going to die. Of course you carve out these moments. You offer, retrieves and whatever else. But yeah, I mean, she was much more eloquent than I am, as always. But that's not the question. The question is, do you think Nesta and Elaine's response to being made into High Fae are so different? Why do you think they're so different? Why do you think that Nesta and Elaine's responses to being made into High Fae are so different? I don't think they're that different.
I don't think they're that different. They're just
they present differently. I mean, Nesta's a bitch, and she's bitchy about it, and she's angry, and Elaine is angry and devastated, just like Nesta is, but Elaine's temperament is to be more quiet and more demure.
Yeah.
And so I think that that's why hers comes off as an internal combustion.
Yeah.
Or an implosion, where Nesta's is an explosion. But I think that's just because of their personalities, right? Nesta is a fucking explosive person, and Elaine is not.
Yeah, and
But I
I
think that they
think
were both angry and
also,
devastated.
yeah. I've always been like a little bit like, I don't get what you're so sad about. You get to live forever. Like, I'm just like, how bad is it? You gotta say goodbye to one guy. I don't know. Is that bitchy of me? I like never
A
really
little
understood
bit.
why it's
I
so
mean,
bad.
for Nesta, I sometimes feel like that because I'm like, what else did you have going for you, babe? Like you
Yeah,
fucking
Elena
hated
I
in.
get more because it's a
Yeah,
person.
I'm like you had. It's not like you had people in the human realm. It's not like you were like super attached to your humanity because like whatever. And maybe she was, but like we don't get that. And so it's like, okay, so you got turned into something that is strong and long living and can do something and you have upward mobility and
Seems like exactly what she wants, to be honest.
yes, where with Elaine, like imagine if like I don't know, not that Caleb would ever harbor this level of hate, but like imagine that you got made and then Caleb was like ill and no thank you and like left you
Oh.
and shunned you, like, you know, it'd be the same thing. Like if I got turned into something that like Topher viscerally hated and was like you're a monster, fuck off. I mean, that could fuck with me.
Yeah. Um.
But we've also been with our partners for like 10 plus years, and Elaine was with them for like 5 fucking minutes.
Yes. Yeah.
So, you know, there's that.
Yeah. It is.
But I am very interested. I know that there's a theory out there that says that, like, because we know that Elaine and whatever his fucking name is slept together. And there's like a theory
Oh, that
that
she was
that
pregnant and
she
it
was
worked.
pregnant when she went into the cauldron, and that's why the cauldron gave her something because it gave her versus Nesta taking it, and that's why the cauldron gave her the power to be a seer because it knew it was taking something away from her, and then
Yeah.
Nesta was angry and bitchy and said, I'm gonna steal this power and at you know, but
Yeah. I seen that
and
theory.
I
That's
do
big. I think
if
that's really
that's what
interesting.
I think that that could add a really horrible but beautiful like layer to Elaine. Um, but yeah, I don't know.
I think also she would be a little. It would have. If that really is the plot point, I think she. I think when Feyre got pregnant, it would have come out though, because she or there would be signs there maybe that like she felt extra sad. Like I don't. I just feel like SJM would write in like a
Yeah.
moment where she like finds out she's pregnant and she's just not quite as excited
Well,
as she should be. Like
yeah.
whatever. Or I forget.
Well, and so you can keep this in, but like speaking from experience, right? So I had a miscarriage, which I don't think that there's any shame in announcing it or you know
Yeah.
whatever. It's fucking women's health. And the first time we went to services, I had a friend who just had a baby. And I was over the moon for her. Her baby was fucking gorgeous, and she had her own fertility issues, and you know was like her little miracle child. But I remember when she walked into services, I had to like leave services for a minute because I like completely broke down. And then of course I like you know collected myself and saw her and hugged her and held her baby and did all the things that you're supposed to do to congratulate somebody on welcoming a life because I was 100% happy for her.
Yeah.
But yeah, it would be weird for Elaine to. I
For
mean,
that to not ever be
not
mentioned.
weird because everybody does their own shit, and maybe Elaine is just playing things close to the vest. Because then people keep secrets all the time, and in a world where women are subjected and oppressed, maybe it's something that you would keep to yourself, right? Like you know, 50 years ago, one we wouldn't be on a podcast, but like 50 years ago, like my grandparents wouldn't be talking about this
Yes.
openly with the public, you know.
Well, you
Um,
think she would tell her sisters?
Not
Maybe not.
necessarily. I mean, not if she doesn't want pity. Not if she
Yeah.
doesn't want like, you know, I mean, imagine if she's like, I've just built a relationship with Feyre that doesn't feel shitty anymore. And I'm trying to like carve out my life here and I'm making friends and I'm trying to heal. And, you know, maybe she's like, I don't want the attention. All they're going to see is my loss.
Yeah.
People are like that. And like that was part of why, like, when we got pregnant with my daughter, I was like, I'm not telling people, not because, I mean, yes, I was scared because it's terrifying, but I was like, mostly because I don't want to have to tell people that I had a miscarriage to people that I'm not that close to. And that's kind of what happened with the first one, right? We got a little overzealous and told people very early, and then it was like, oh right, this person who I am not super close with, now I got to share this fucking thing with you.
Mm-hmm.
And so, I was like, well, let's just, let's not get overly excited about this because it didn't work last time, and that's scary. But also, I was like, I don't want to, like, and that's why I didn't tell people at work. And that's
Mm-hmm.
why when I had that conversation with a professor who was like, what's going on with you? I was like, I'm pregnant and I have morning sickness, but I'm not trying. And they were like, well, you should have told us. No, I really shouldn't have. One, it's medical information you don't need to know. And two, no, because I don't want to have that conversation again.
Yeah.
So I can understand wanting to keep, right. I'm a fucking feminist and don't give a shit anymore. And so, like, I'm like, well, we need to talk about these things, yada yada, in this world. But
Mm-hmm.
in Prithian, where women are fucking chattel to be sold into marriage, and it's all about, I mean, granted, she may have had some love with this human male that she was with, but like, really, it's kind of a marriage out of,
Mm-hmm.
forging family bonds and keeping power, keeping wealth, or whatever. Like, maybe it's just something she doesn't want to talk about.
Yes.
And also, if she knows that, like, Feyre is having a high risk pregnancy, she's like, I'm not going to tell her that I lost a baby. Like, what the fuck? That's the other thing. You can't mention miscarriages with other pregnant women.
That's true.
That's terrifying. You can't be like, oh, well, so see, this thing happened. No, because then that fucks with their head. You can't.
Oh, yeah.
That
Although,
feels
okay,
weird. It feels like bad juju to do that.
okay, I can see that, and that is a good case if it does happen. But I do think at this point, unless there was some passage in that book where Elaine just seems weird or emotional or something, unless there's something there to grasp onto, I think readers will feel like it's a retcon if she does it, because it feels like it should have come up earlier, blah blah blah. But it could be really interesting, and I think she could do it.
I
Part of
think
me's like, I don't think she
I
would.
think the only way that it would kind of be okay to do this is because so much of the series has either been first person POV from Feyre, and let's be honest, that bitch is oblivious to other people's shit.
Yep.
And two, the first book that we really, I mean, granted, we get the Court of Starlight and Fuckery. You can tell how much I love that novella. But that still has a lot more, like, it's kind of that shift into like a Nesta Cassian, and then the next one is pretty much primarily focused on Nesta.
Yeah.
So it could just be something that is like, we just don't have Elaine in enough places in those scenes to get that vibe from her. We do get a lot of her being very nervous in front of Asriel and trying to fix herself up every time he's there and making weird eye contacts, and it's very cute. But yeah, I don't know. Anyways, that was not the question at all. Kind of the question, but we went on a theory.
Yes.
The second part of that question is, what do you think will help each of them recover? Which is like, because this is about the Court of Mist and Fear, or sorry, Wings and Ruin, and so the idea is that you haven't read the other ones when you're reading these discussion boards, or discussion questions.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, these are specific to the books, so it's like without the idea of the next one. So it's like, what do you think is going to help them? Well, we know what helps Nesta. Fucking getting
I thought
trapped in a house with a hot dude who's quick off the mark.
Okay. Yes. Okay, so it's supposed to be like you read it, and then you do the questions, and then you read the next one, and then you do the questions. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Let's do the Frost and Starlight questions, because let's go. All right, one question from here. So 1 through 7. Pick a number.
2.
2. Nesta's anger and withdrawal creates tension throughout the story, particularly with her sisters. How do you interpret her actions? Do you think her behavior is the result of grief, guilt, pride, or something else? We already know the answer to this because we get inside her head in the next book.
That's funny, but it is also all of those things.
Yeah.
Yeah. These feel very like
ooh,
Bible study questions, kind of.
Yeah, kind of.
Which one did you say ooh about?
In the novel, Moore, Asriel, and Cassian each seem to demonstrate their own quiet struggles. Did your opinion of any of these characters change? Who do you want to know more about?
More.
Asriel.
Azrael has not. It's unpopular. I just am not.
I don't know. Okay, here's the thing. Rereading, I'm like, we get so very little of Azrael, and I think that that's why I am like dying, because I'm like, Azrael, you little hard to get bitch. Give me something. Give me more than
Sure.
just your shadows and your scarred hands and your quiet. He's got wind and shadows talking to him. He winnows through shadows, not traditional winnowing.
Yeah.
He is the spy master, which means that bitch is like the Gretchen Wiener of the fucking group. He's got secrets in his hair,
In his wings.
and I need all of them without even getting to the point that he is conventionally the most attractive. It's mentioned over and over again.
Yeah.
He is the one that has the largest wingspan, which makes me think, yikes if Elaine gets there, and yikes if Gwen gets there, because Cassian is so big that Nesta can't put both of her hands around him. Yikes. Nesta did not need to alter her pelvic bones to make room for wings, because Cassian already did it. He rearranged that bitch's insides to make room for Illyrian wings. And you know, I mean, SJM says in an interview that Azrael's a freak, so like let's go. You're gonna get. Here's the thing. In the grand scale of like sexy time writing, even her most sexy book is still pretty kind of average sexiness, right? There's nothing crazy. I don't want to just label it as smut, because it's not, but like she, you know, it's straightforward stuff. It's not, you know, it's not crazy. I've read much crazier. And so my hopes for the whole like Azrael's a freak, not gonna lie, is kind of here. The bar's a little bit here, because just compared to the rest of the writing, I'm like, okay, well, what could, you know, how freaky could this guy get, when like the freakiest thing that Cassian does is like grab the headboard? Okay. And maybe that's speaking a little too much of me, but yeah, I don't know. Like it's the weirdest. What's the craziest thing they will write? That Nesta wants two dudes at once in a thought, and we don't get it on page. Ooh, exciting. You know?
Yeah,
like I've read reverse harems. Like, okay, that takes a lot more.
Yeah.
Moving around. But no, I think really the thing about Azrael that has me so intrigued is because I know that he is the fucking like harbinger of secrets.
Yes.
He knows so much, and I need to know what's in his head. And I just want to know how he works and how he thinks. We only get what he presents, and he is so stoic, and he is so controlled, and he is so dedicated to his work that I want that mask to fall off. And the second that we get a little bit of that in his like POV chapter, in the bonus chapter where he's like jerking off to Elaine, I'm like, oh, he's a real human, or he's a real person. Like, let's go. But yeah, so that's just kind of where I'm at with that. More is I want to know more about more, but that's because I want someone to finally tell me what the fuck her power is and why she has a secret manor and who's hiding in the bushes.
Yes.
Okay, and then the last one we'll do is Silver Flames, 1 through 12.
9.
Rhysand's decision not to warn Feyre about the risk of giving birth to a child with wings creates a major conflict in the story. Did this change your opinion of his character? How do you feel about Nesta's decision to tell Feyre the truth?
Yeah, it didn't seem like him.
Mm-hmm.
It just seemed like interesting writing. It took me out of the story. It made me think about, is this really what the route SJM wants to go?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now
Which is
I know
not what you want.
Now I know that she had a conversation about this on Call Her Daddy podcast, right?
Mm-hmm.
That was sort of reflective of what she went through, and that makes perfect sense, because that is exactly what it feels like to be a woman in this country with medical stuff. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, there is I didn't like it. I will say that. I did not
I don't think
agree with
anyone likes
it.
it.
I didn't agree with it. I do think that it paints Reese in a type of light that I don't love. But I will say that there is some continuity to his character that I think does explain why he made that choice,
Yeah.
because he does, right, he is sort of self-sacrificing and like, well, I'll just handle all this shit on my own and I'll take the blunt of all the blame and I will suffer in silence. And so maybe that was part of his like default trauma response, that was like, shit is bad and I don't want to take this happiness from her, so I'll just let her be happy and none the wiser, and I will be the one to suffer for 10 months in this knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that it both changes my view of Reese, because I'm like, really, bro, like you're the fucking, like the choice is yours kind of thing, right? And you're supposed to be honest with your mate, but there is a little bit of, there is some continuity with his character there. I don't think it paints him as evil. I don't like the evil
It's a
Reese
lot where a lot of
stuff.
those theories come from, but yes, I don't
Yeah,
think
but
it
I
is
I
evil.
do think that it is both a place where I was like, ew, I don't like this, and this doesn't seem like him, but then also it does seem very much like him.
Yeah.
And so, and I also think that, right, we get Reese through the lens of Feyre, right? And I'm not saying that, like, I mean, yes, we could talk about the like unreliable narrator or whatever, but like
Yeah.
she's forgiving, she understands him, and like Nesta does not, and Cassian does to a certain degree, and but it's a very different sort of vibe. And so I think what we're seeing is not so much a like, oh well, it's unreliable and it's not fake and it's not a mask, but like, right, we all wear like it's I mean, it's like, right, I am somebody's mom, but who I am with my kids is not who I am on the podcast, right? Who I am with you is not who I am with my kids, right? Mom Sam is different than friend Sam, is different than wife Sam, is different than teacher Sam, right? And so they're not necessarily masks that I wear, but they're roles that I walk into. And so the point of view of Reese being described from the perspective of his mate is going to be different than the perspective of Reese from somebody who doesn't fucking like him,
Yeah.
right? Like Nesta. Or from the perspective of Cassian, who views him like a brother and can push his boundaries, but also has like a hierarchy sort of position under him. And even with Azrael, right? Like, yes, we're like, oh, well, when he tells Azrael, like, don't touch Elaine or whatever, stay away from her, we're like, he's all about choice. No, he's all about choice with his mate. He's all about choice with the high lady of the night court, who has the same level of power and responsibility as he does, who went through bullshit under the mountain with him, and who was trapped and captured and fucking withered away to nothing in a court,
Mm-hmm.
in the spring court. That's who he is with her, because she needs to have choices. She needs to be included. She needs all these things. He's the High Lord. He gets, and Azrael works for him. Cassian works for him. He's going to give orders. He's going to be rigid with certain things. He's going to be protecting his family, and part of that is protecting Azrael, right? He's like, her mate's across the fucking hall. You're gonna try to
Yeah.
kiss her right now? You're gonna, like, no. That's gonna start a fucking war. We're not doing that. You have no claim on her. She has not said, explicitly, she has not turned down the mate bond and sent Lucian away specifically. And she has not said that this is the route that she wants to take with you. You cannot pursue her.
Mm-hmm.
This is the ball is in her court. You
Yeah.
need to stay away. Which makes perfect sense.
Yes. Yeah. It's just the vibes in that scene are they're yucky. But yes, I can see it
Yucky.
as justification.
But I don't think that it is indicative of him being evil. I think it's indicative of, right, the same reasons why students think that we're fucking bitches sometimes, right? Because we got to give assignments that suck. right? We give feedback that sucks, right? Just like if a story was written of our life from Caleb and Topher's perspective, right? They would be critical in different ways than if our children go to write our narrative or if we go to write our narrative, right?
Yeah.
It's all about bias. It's about perspective. So I'm okay with that being different, but that's because what we do, right? Like academically, we talk about bias and we talk about, what's, their point of views and things like that. But I think for me, and maybe this is too forgiving, I think it just shows that Reese is a complex person who has flaws. I would much rather a good guy who has flaws than the perfect guy. That's gross. That's why I don't like DC comics, because they're too perfect.
That's random. I don't know anything about DC comics, but I believe you.
Superman is too good. He's all good.
Isn't there some kind of reason for that or something?
I don't care. He's lawful good. It's boring. I want chaotic good.
Yeah. That's funny.
Also, Reese has never been in this position before, right? He's never had a mate, he's never had a wife, he's never had a children. And like, as somebody who's never been a wife and a mother before, we're all just fucking winging it every single day of our lives. I still don't know how to be the mom of a 5 and 7-year-old. Every day I wake up and those little shits do something new and different.
Mm-hmm.
And I got to adjust, and I got to come up with a new rule or a new boundary, and sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah.
Right? We're literally all winging it all at the same time. And then they'll turn 6 and 8, and I won't know what the fuck to do then either.
Yes.
Right? And Reese's whole family was either a dick of a dad or mom and sister who were slaughtered by a friend.
Yeah.
So like, and then for the last 50 years, he's been stuck under a fucking mountain underneath the bed of a fucking tyrant.
Mm-hmm.
So like, he's got his own shit to work out.
Yeah.
And we're just like, oh, Reese is just fine. He's healing just like Farah. He's having nightmares. He's having fucked up things. Right?
Yeah.
He's terrified of her dying, and he doesn't want to take her happiness away from her. He's like, she's fucking earned her happiness. Let her be happy in this pregnancy. And when her time comes, I'll go with her. There's people who keep cancer diagnoses from their relatives because they're like, you know what? They're old. Just let them live out their life and don't worry about it.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's the right choice, but I'm saying it happens.
Yeah.
It's gross. It takes away the agency of a woman. I don't like it.
No.
But for the character, it's not completely outside of the realm of possibility, and I don't think it paints him as evil. I think it paints him as desperate.
It does, yeah. Yeah.
All right, now to fun stuff. Let's take a quiz, and then we can cut the time out that we take the quiz.
Okay, so
I want to know what court you belong to, because we know it's not summer.
Watch us both get summer. Okay,
I'd be like, fuck no.
All right, we don't need to be silent when we take it either. We could just we can just talk through the things. Yeah.
Okay, which ACOTAR court do you belong in? Start the quiz. Ooh, what's your drink of choice?
Just coffee.
Yeah, mine too, even though I'm drinking wine right now. What's your job when planning a party? I have so many. I'm the whole event planner.
Yeah, I'd say I'm closest to venue, actually. Like, I'm like a high level, or like, higher level.
I want to do food, because that's usually what I do. I cook for everybody, but I'm also a decorator. Like, my tablescapes at parties is like kind of obnoxious.
Oh,
I worked in fine dining. I'm going food. I need people to eat well. It can look like shit. It doesn't have to be super perfectly decorated, but the food needs to be on point.
That's funny.
What is your go-to gift? It's definitely not a flower arrangement. Jesus fuck.
Book is a good one.
Yeah, book is what I would give. Everyone needs a book. Everyone needs more books.
Handmade, but probably, let's say book.
Evening boat ride?
That's the summer court option.
Mm-hmm. What did you choose book?
Yeah.
I give everybody books. For Hanukkah and Christmas, I give everybody books. And I wrap them all pretty.
Yes. Yeah, book is a good one. I chose cat for the pet.
Fuck. I'm between two of them, and I don't think you're going to guess which two I'm between.
Well, I accidentally clicked the next one. I clicked cat already, so I can't see the options.
It's dog, turtle, hamster, rabbit, horse, or bird.
You're gonna say bird. Do it for Rowan.
I'm between bird because I want a raven so badly, but I'm like, but I can ride a horse.
You want a raven?
I want a raven so bad. Oh my god. If I could have a pet crow. I told you I'm going to make friends with the crows, right? I'm going to go get unsalted peanuts and I'm going to make friends with the crows. I'm going to be the crazy herb garden witchy crow lady.
Do not feed wildlife. It's not good for them.
100% fine.
No, it's actually really bad for them.
They're fine. I'm going to be friends with the crows. It's going to be, I haven't fed them, but I'm just saying, I want to so badly. You know, they're mimics, you know, that they can like, they like pet.
It's why the woods are creepy.
Yes.
Yeah.
I want to be that bitch who can walk through
here. Hey.
Yeah. I want to walk through the woods with my little crow raven friends and have them chit-chatting with the other crow raven friends. Okay, that would be my familiar, would be 100% a raven. He'd be chilling right here behind me. And we would just chit chat all day long. It'd be great. He'd bring me sparkly stuff. I give him food. It'd be a lovely little relationship.
You and Caleb are hoa hoa. Okay.
Yeah, we are hoa hoa bitches for sure. I did tell Caleb about this, and he was like, "Yeah, that would be cool."
You did ask me about it?
I told him when we were at the Airbnb with you guys. I don't know what you were doing, but you were somewhere else, and I was like, "I want to make friends with the crows," and he was like, "That'd be cool."
He did that bitch.
I was like, I just feel bad because like at some point we'll move out of this house, but then my brother-in-law was like, they will follow you, and I'm like, fuck, you know, like there's people who do that, and like the crows like follow their cars while they drive around and stuff.
It's so weird.
How intimidating is that? To just be like walking somewhere and you just have crows everywhere around you. Nobody fucks with the crow lady.
Yeah, that's true.
Nobody would fuck with me. Anyways.
All right, so you choose birds.
I choose birds. What is your perfect night out activity? Fucking staying in to sleep. It's not camping.
None of these.
I want a fancy dinner. I'm a big restaurant bougie bitch.
Nah, I would say camping or... Okay, maybe I'll say staying in to sleep as long as that really means, like, playing video games and chilling.
Yeah.
But I hate sleeping. I actually fucking hate sleeping. Every time I wake up, I think that was a waste of my life.
I love sleeping. It is my favorite activity to do in the whole wide world, and I take a nap every day, and I do not think that it's a waste of space. I think that it is beautiful and amazing, and it's restful, and it's what I need, and I have really insane dreams that help me write.
I also take a nap all the time, like many days, but strategically so it can help me get more shit done.
It's fair.
Because it does really work.
What are you picking as your next hobby? Oh, well, I'm building a garden, so we'll probably go with gardening. Reading is already my hobby.
Baking, reading. Okay, so we
certainly not hiking.
Already.
Yeah, we already do reading.
I would say gardening, astrology, baking.
Yeah.
Model
building?
I'd say baking. It's kind of already.
I did start with baking recently, and then my sourdough starter fucking collapsed on me twice, so I put a hold on it, and now I've decided to build a garden in my backyard, and I bought all the stuff to starter plants. Because again, I want to be that bitch.
Yeah.
Oh, this is the most Jewish question in the world. What kind of bagel are you having for breakfast? Done.
Okay, hold on. I'm definitely saying blueberry.
Okay, is it just a bagel or is it a bagel sandwich? Because that makes a difference. If it's just a bagel,
blueberry.
Cinnamon.
If it's a bagel sandwich, it's everything. Or a cheese bagel.
Yeah, it's a jalapeno cheese bagel.
I do not like jalapenos.
Fucking love a jalapeno cheese bagel. But here's the thing. Here's how fucking Jewish I am. The jalapeno cheese bagel cannot just be a cheese bagel with 3 slices of jalapeno over the top. That shit pisses me off. You need to cut your jalapenos up and put it in the bread. I want little tiny chunks of jalapeno throughout my bagel. I don't want just a big ass piece of jalapeno in 3 bites.
That's interesting.
But
I have never eaten one, so I didn't even know that was an option.
Yeah. Cinnamon raisin is mine.
Okay.
That's going to put me in autumn court because that fucking pumpkin spice bullshit.
Probably.
Which of these scares you the most? Unrequited love? No. In fact, I would love for Topher to unrequite some of my love a little bit more. That fool's all over me. Having my romantic history revealed to the world? No. Podcast listeners, Sam was a big old sleut.
Ain't scared about it.
Enemies finding my secret lair. I don't have enemies. I don't have a secret lair. Failing to protect my loved ones. That one.
Yeah, probably that one.
Yeah.
Overlook.
It used to be losing control. But I'm a mom now, so like failing to protect my loved ones. That's what scares the shit out of me, especially in the world we live in right now with Lionel Acrux as the president.
Seriously. Also, my Sunday scaries are like, since I really only think of the Sunday scaries as like the start of fall semester, they've already started because we're 12 days out.
Sorry, I'm a stay-at-home mom, and before that, I worked an unconventional schedule. Is the Sunday scaries just the like what you do before you don't want to go back to work on Monday?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm a stay-at-home mom. I don't have Sunday scaries.
Mine start right now until the start of school.
I have no Sundays. Every day is a Monday when you're a stay-at-home mom. Mm-hmm. What am I doing to like push off? I'm not panicking.
I guess
I'm gonna go with cozying up with a favorite TV show or film, but it's gonna be a book. But like cozying up with my favorite, like usually cozying up with Topher and reading.
Yep.
Where's my favorite place to volunteer?
Weeding.
It would be museum or like, I mean, I would love to volunteer at a soup kitchen, but.
Oh, I said literary advocacy.
No, I do that for work. I don't want to volunteer there. I'm going to go with museum. You were invited to the Court of Nightmares. How do you respond? Hell yeah, brother.
I'm bringing a +1.
Yeah, I'm bringing a +1 too. I can go anywhere if I have a +1. Could you, like, I'm fine. Court of Nightmares? Okay, Reese. Do your little shadowy bullshit. We're going to eat the yummy food and we're going to drink all that wine and we're going to dance on the dance floor and we're going to not give a shit and we're going to introduce them to Drop It Low and Boots with the Fur.
Yep. It's funny.
Ooh, where do you belong?
Night Court.
What is Winter Court?
Oh.
Said you value loyalty, of course, because I'm a fucking Hufflepuff, and have a gift for celebrating traditions in positive and meaningful ways in your home and community. Yeah, I'm a Hufflepuff, a Jewish Hufflepuff. That's just what it told me. While your caution has served you well in the past, take care that you aren't icing out potential friends or allies. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. And they have big, huge, fluffy polar bears that I can ride.
Yes.
And you know who else lives in winter? Fucking crows. Aren't they the ones that also have the peregrine wings?
Nope. I think that's the sun. That's dawn.
Whatever. Anyways, I'm Winter Court. You're night. Of course, you're fucking Night Court.
It says, you are bold and purposeful in everything you do, especially when you get the chance to subvert the narrative. Some may call you calculated, but you always have everyone's best interest at heart.
I mean, that's true. I'm a little more reserved than you are.
No bold and purposeful.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Okay, let's start this Midgard quiz. What are the houses?
What?
What are the houses in Midgard?
Blood and Earth.
Hold on, here we go. Midgard houses.
Well, but it says human shifter Malakim. It's just listing species, not houses. But there's a bunch of species in each.
We have House of Earth and we have House of Earth and Blood, House of Flame and Shadow, House of Many Waters, House of Sky and Breath, and I have an idea of which one I'm a part of already, but we'll see.
Okay. Also, the first question is, how would your friends describe you? So should we pick one for each other?
Sure.
Or, well, let's see. Clumsy, big mouth, resourceful, survivor. Confident, loyal, survivor, fickle. Determined, resourceful, undeterred, secretive. Elitist, secretive, confident, loyal. I guess there's like some good ones in each of these and some bad ones. It's funny. I don't know. It's funny that the first two are clumsy, big mouth.
I will tell you which ones I think you are.
Clumsy, big mouth?
I think you are... No. I don't think you're a clumsy big mouth. I think that especially seeing you in like outward facing roles and seeing how you present in front of me and students in the world, to my mother-in-law, things like that, I think that you are determined, resourceful, undeterred, and secretive. And not secretive in a negative way, but just secret in like, you know, you just keep your thoughts to yourself when you need to.
That's so funny. I am very determined. Like, I would say that's what I always describe myself.
And you're super resourceful.
It's true.
And you're undeterred, which is somehow also just determined.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, let's I don't know. Which one do you think I am? What do you see me as?
Let me reread these. I wasn't really reading.
I'm okay if I'm fickle a little bit, too.
Yeah. Survivor. It's interesting that the overlap in these. Like, there's certain words that are repeated multiple. Or I think they're all repeated once or twice. I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, actually probably confident, loyal, survivor, fickle.
Yeah, that's what I think of me as well.
That's funny.
Okay, especially fickle because that ADHD, babe. For sure. I'd be a fickle bitch.
So funny.
Where would you prefer to live? Definitely not seaside or coastal. I want to live in a secluded mansion.
I'm saying suburbs. Only because there's not really like it's a mansion or modern city or coastal, and I'm like, I don't want a modern city. Like, I don't want to live in the city.
Yeah.
Secluded. No, I think I like the balance of the suburbs.
What power would you like to have? I know exactly which one I want to have.
You want mind control.
I want mind control. You want...
Time travel would be so confusing.
It would. I feel like it's between invisibility and super strength, but you're so strong already. And that's the only reason why I say super strength. But, like, I feel like invisibility might be what you want.
Invisibility?
Dude, you could, like, walk into a bank and steal all their shit. I'm such a villain.
I think I want to do mind control, actually. I don't really like any of these powers, but I think if I had to pick one, I always want to know what people are thinking.
I want to be a Daemati. I want to control people's minds. I want to be a fly on the wall. No, not literally. I just want to be able to get into your brains.
Yeah, I want to be a fly on the wall of your brain.
What are your thoughts of rebellion? Bombastic side eye. Criminal offensive side eye.
You know that's a TikTok sound?
What?
You don't know that sound?
No. I'm an old bitch. I'm on Pinterest and Instagram.
I got you. Bombastic side eye sound. Let me play it for you.
Bombastic side eye. Criminal offensive side eye. Do you understand?
Well, it's not that, because I don't get that.
And people post like like a little picture of their cat being like looking, or their dog. Like golden retrievers do this, where they're looking one way and then they just look at you out of the side of their eye, and it's like a fun. And that's funny. You haven't heard that. There are rules for.
Does that mean that you're like doing it, but you're pretending to not do it?
I don't know. Usually, bombastic side eye means like you're being judgy. So.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not.
Like
judging.
You're like.
No, rebel all you want.
Call me a science.
If there are rules for a reason, no, because rules are meant to be broken.
Sounds like you're.
Let's just get me straight. There are rules, and I am like a rule follower. But when rules hurt other people, and they are not meant to be followed, and also
I know bootlicker.
there's a part of, and I know I brought up being Jewish earlier, but like there's a part of being Jewish that like is kind of about loopholes. And I'm also from Mormon descent, and we're all those people are all about loopholes, right? It's like no sex before marriage, but you can soak. And so like, yeah, no, there are rules for a reason, but when they don't make sense, fucking break them.
No, we don't have any good rules in our society anymore. So definitely not that one.
Only if everyone's doing it, I'm okay with being a trend center a little bit. It's just, it's so hard to think about rebellion when you are a mom.
The strongest thing I value, or your strongest value is like what you value in others, or what you value in yourself?
Maybe both, but loyalty is my strongest value.
Yeah, I think so too. I don't need some fucking honesty.
The ox catch you buying obsidian salt. What do you do?
Sweet talk.
Mm-hmm. 100%. 100% sweet talk my way out of it.
Twirls hair.
Yeah, we are both the masters of bullshit. Your ideal job would involve... Ugh. I mean, we're teachers. Isn't that helping others?
Yeah. Although I do love a high pressure job. Like I love when there's 50 people in the lobby and I gotta make 50 frappuccinos.
No, I'm not into that.
I have that brain worm.
That is not my brain chemistry. It would be helping others or Law and Order. I was almost going to go into law school.
Oh yeah, I could so see you doing that.
I wanted to...
Or animals.
No, thank you. I was gonna be a prosecuting attorney for like sex crimes. That's what I wanted to do.
Yeah. Although I feel like a lot of times you don't get to pick really, or isn't there?
Well, that and the reason why I didn't is because I would, one, never have a family because lawyers, and two, bring that shit home with me, and I could not. So helping others, we're going with helping others. I want to be a teacher. Teachers, I love that.
Yes.
What's my most treasured possession? My credit card.
Pet.
Does that include husbands?
No. We don't own people, Sam.
I don't have a credit card. I could live without my phone. Black one. Okay, yeah. I guess pet is the closest thing.
Yeah. Your little crows.
Yeah, my crow. And my little babies, my little children. They're my pets right now. They're little. They're pettish. Once they become teenagers, not so much. But
they're your familiars for now.
They 100%. Your friends ask you to help you infiltrate the Crystal Palace. What's your role?
Decoy. I'm a fucking talker. Right? Decoy's just gonna go in there and like distract.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm the eye in the sky.
Okay, interesting.
I can't be on the ground. I can't be trusted. I get too nervous. I need to be far enough away to feel like I have a semblance of safety and I can do my job well. If I don't have a semblance of safety, I fall apart.
That's interesting.
No, people can find out my deepest, darkest secret. It's not that big of a deal. I don't really have any.
Yeah, what's your greatest fear? None of these I'm scared of.
I'm gonna end up as a human. I'm gonna go with letting people have power over me.
What does that mean? And how is that different from having your rights taken away from you?
Because having your rights taken away from you is more like a like law like it's gonna put you into the house of earth and blood. It's because humans have their rights taken away from them. That's what it's putting them. But letting someone have power over you, I was in an abusive relationship. I know what that feels like. No, thank you. Well, we're learning so much about Sam on the podcast right now. This is what happens when I have wine. I start to get a little loose lips, sink ships. Oh yeah, that makes sense.
What'd you get?
I got House of Sky and Breath.
What does it say?
Angels, elementals, sprites, and those who are blessed by Solus, along with some favored by Luna.
Okay. I got House of Many Waters, river spirits, myrrh, water beasts, nymphs, kelpies, nox, and others.
Well, that makes sense because you like Therian.
Yes.
And I can't stand that motherfucker.
But I actually didn't really like reading about the River Queen and stuff. I was always annoyed by her.
Yeah, no, I want to be in the skies with my bird wings and my I want elemental magic. I want to be an angel. Yeah.
Yeah. That's so funny.
Jeez, I'm such a. Should we do the Throne of Glass one or no?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll just read the questions, but we don't give our answers because then we'll give the. What magical? We won't give the answers because this is an actual quiz on how well we know it. But
okay.
What magical power did Mab wield?
Oh, it's randomized. That's not my first question.
Oh, okay.
Did I read mine too, or no?
You don't have to.
We just take it real quick.
Well, it makes you retake it until you get enough right. So, congratulations. We helped each other.
Mm-hmm.
Yikes.
That is so funny.
All right, let's look at this. There's a prediction tracker.
Yeah, what does that mean?
What point of view will there be in ACOTAR 6? We've already talked about that. One new romance will take center stage in ACOTAR 6. I think we're going to, in ACOTAR 6, I don't know if there is going to be a center stage. I think there might still be a love triangle or a love square.
Also, the silent reading, do they just expect people to just read any of the books in silence at a
Yes.
party?
It just gives you time to actually read together.
So funny. Like, what are you going to do? Read a whole book?
What will Nyx be up into ACOTAR 6? He's learning to walk.
It's a time jump. He's 35.
I think that he will be breastfeeding. How will Bryce's visit to Prithian influence ACOTAR 6? I think they're all going to be shitting a brick. And I think that the Dusk Court is going to rise. How will ACOTAR 6 end? The Dusk Court will rise.
Elaine dies.
What will we learn more about in ACOTAR 6? Azrael and possibly more. But definitely Eris.
Definitely Eris?
Definitely Eris.
Well,
at the end of ACOTAR 5, Cassian says, I think you might be a good man. If only you were brave enough to be it.
Interesting.
And I think we're going to see that. And then he keeps saying, just ask more about the truth.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Ask her. We're going to see Eris. We're going to learn something about Eris. We're going to learn about the hounds. We're going to learn about his daddy issues. We're going to learn about how much he loves Lucian. We're going to learn about why he decided that he wanted to fucking marry Nesta. We are going to learn that he is secretly in love with Azrael. And we're going to find it all out.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna happen. We're gonna get Eris's POV for the night that Mor was fucking sent to him. What scene are you hoping to play out in ACOTAR 6? I want an actual real conversation between Elaine and Lucian. I want them to talk about the mate bond. I want her to talk about her fucking seeing. I want a conversation between them where she lays it out on the line and that she either says, like, let's try something or let's not try something. She's such a loud little girl. Can you hear my cat right now?
Yeah.
Oh, and she made her way in.
My cat's like, what the fuck?
Mm-hmm. What's your most unhinged theory about ACOTAR 6?
Yeah, I feel like we just have so many unhinged theories. It's hard to pick one.
I guess my most unhinged theory would be that at the end of it is that when the Dusk Court rises, that Nesta blooms starborn powers using the star sword, and that's
your most unhinged one that could really actually come in the 6. I think actually one of your craziest theories I think is the the idea that Feyre is gonna get a map on her hands because her dad's the fucking Mycenaean. Nah, I'm just kidding about the map thing, but like, the mice and men theory is so funny and interesting.
I would love
kind of there.
I would love for there to be like at the end of it, all of a sudden a fucking portal opens on the top of Ramiel and like they walk through and Reese is there like what the fuck and and it's a wonderful blonde woman with fire and water in her hands and she says I'm here to pay back a life debt. I mean that would be fucking amazing, but I don't think that that's going to happen. I think one of my most unhinged ones was that Manon is going to walk through the gate and see, and it would break my fucking heart, and see Reese and be like, Dorian?
Yeah.
Because he looks just like him and Dorian is long dead. And that, I will be pissed. If that's how it ends, it will break my heart. And I might very well not want to pick up ACOTAR 6 or 7.
Yeah.
But could you imagine if like Bryce comes back through with Rune and she's like, bro, this guy looks just like you. And he's like, yeah, bullshit. Nah, nah. And then he like comes through and he's like, what the fuck?
Yes, that would be very interesting and strange.
It's just like Rune who comes through and he's like, what's up, dog? What's up, bro? What's up, bro?
Just like actually different timelines and they are the same people. And he's like, oh, you're my alternate self.
Yeah. It's multiverse. It's Spider-Man bullshit, right?
Yeah.
It's the Peter Parker of
Spider-Man's.
Oh, Jesus
Except
Christ.
for the Andrew Garfield ones, actually. Just the one Andrew Garfield one.
You didn't see the Tobey Maguire ones? Oh my god, you need to move up here and we need to have a Marvel marathon.
Yeah. Hi! Are you just a little baby?
Okay, and then here's what I was also really excited about, the superlatives. So the characters are, and we can come up with any characters, but the character list is Nesta, Moore, Rhysand, Cassian, Amryn, Lucian, Azrael, Feyre, Elaine, the Suriel, Eris, Helion, and the King of Hybern. And here are their superlatives. So, who is the priestess of the latest exercise fad?
Cassian.
Yeah.
Hi.
Cassian's a lot of these, just so you know. I love that Cassian's the priestess of the latest exercise fad. To be honest, I think the priestess of the latest exercise fad is Emery.
Sorry. But she's not on the. Oh, but
maybe actually, you know what? It's Gwen. Gwen's hanging out in that library. She finds herself a mortal Weight Watchers book. And she's like, we did the Valkyrie thing. We're gonna do the Weight Watchers thing.
We're gonna Weight Watchers.
We're gonna do the Atkins diet, and we're gonna do the 30 days Brazilian butt workout. It's Gwen. She's like, I found this in a niche section of mortal writing.
That's hilarious. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I'm trying to think about Gwen.
Snowball fight champion, that's Azrael, every day of the week. Oh, she's singing to her people too. He. Odin?
Yes.
Yeah, Black Cat is Odin energy.
He's so cute.
You know who else I would name Odin, though? Actually, I wouldn't, but I would name it after Odin's ravens. My raven. I'd have 2 ravens, just like Odin.
Yeah. You don't have them yet. Or you do?
I said I would.
Oh.
I would have 2 ravens, and I would name them after Odin's ravens.
Yeah. Dude, yes. You ever played God of War?
No, but I've watched Topher play it.
Oh yeah, that's a really fun game. Even if you don't like video games, it's really fun.
Yeah. High Lady of the Craft Table, that's Feyre.
I bet you Elaine.
Elaine too.
Elaine too. Like, she'd do a fucking scrapbook.
Mm-hmm. Most likely to start an accidental war, Cassian. Actually, the Suriel too.
Yes. Yes.
Musical maestro. Nesta?
Sure. Tamlin?
Tamlin's just playing fucking ska music in the fucking summer, in the spring court, let's be honest. I don't care, fiddle or not, he's playing ska. Dancer till dawn at Rita's, Azriel.
Yeah. They want us
Not-
to choose, like, more, so they... Helion probably, too, actually.
Oh, yeah. Most likely to join the inner circle, Helion. I mean, Lucian's kind of already joined. But he's only joining because his mate's there. He doesn't actually want to be there. Although he does see it for what it's worth. He's like, you guys are a family and love each other. And he even says, like, this is what Tamlin's court should have been.
Yeah.
So I can see Lucian being, like, most likely to join.
Yeah.
The bringer of board games. Amryn.
She's, like, really weird about Monopoly.
Yeah. Could you see, like, Amryn bringing, like, Cards Against Humanity? She's like, I used to smite humanity. Let's go.
We're doing a funny one, Reese. It's not a serious one.
Right? Lean into the High Lord of the Night Court. Court champion of I'll Be There in 5 arrives next Solstice. Sorry. I don't know why I said Solstice.
Helion also. Also, the King of Hybrid kind of gives that energy.
Amryn gives that kind of energy.
Why is the King of Hybrid on this list?
I have no idea. The Chaos Catalyst?
Yeah.
No, the Chaos Catalyst, that's Cassian. It was one building.
One. Just one. One little building.
Most likely to flirt with the enemy mid-battle, Cassian.
100%
Cassian. High Fae with the strongest T, literal or otherwise. Okay. That's Azriel, actually. I don't care what you say about the Suriel.
Actually.
Defender of the last slice of pizza. Elaine.
Yeah, I could see that.
She's saving it for Azriel.
We didn't give Feyre anything.
I mean, we kind of gave her like the High Lady of Craft table. I think that these are like we could come up with more exciting ones. We did the quizzes.
Yeah.
And then I think the next I will mention, if it decides to, that it does say a feast for foxes, and we do know that was Lucian's mask, and that is like what we think of with the Autumn Court.
Yes.
And that the recipes here are Cauldron's Comfort, which is a maple hot toddy, which sounds delicious but really dangerous. The Shadow Singer Spritz, which sounds even more delicious, considering that I'm drinking wine. And it gives you a mocktail version, which is nice for non-drinkers. And then it gives you a create your own Autumn Court grazing board, which is cute. And then there's a soup, Autumn Harvest soup. So if anybody wants to make those, it is hold on here, if my computer wants to work. It is leeks, which are delicious, carrots, parsnips, garlic, butternut squash, tomatoes, beans, and then lots of thyme and rosemary. There's kale in it, which you could sub out for spinach if you don't like kale. Not that I don't like your kale. I think your kale is adorable. But kale in general is god-awful.
Yeah.
Kale is a garnish. It's not a food. And that's what we've got. 2 hours of us talking about this nonsense.
It's so funny.
I love that for us.
Yeah.
Okay, so next week we will be going over chapter 36 and 37. Until then, to the stars who listen, we will see you next week.
Next week.